Be comfortable. You look very colorful.
Thank you.
Very, very colorful.
Thank you.
On a normal day when you're not feeling too good, what would you wear?
I will wear my jeans and a very colorful top.
Okay.
I am a woman of color.
Okay.
I love colors. I simply think that that's what brings my kind of skin tone out. So if you decide to wear gray, I will wear green. I will wear an orange.
It has to be a pop of color.
Exactly. The color should be popping.
Yeah.
And that's me. My favorite color is green.
Okay,
I will
green.
do a red.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I see the red today.
Yeah.
But there's no green. So why didn't you wear green for me
I
today?
didn't wear green for you today because I intend to wear it another day. So very soon you see me
because
in
you
green.
know we'll be having so many conversations
Exactly.
on and on and on and on and on.
Exactly.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But I want you to know that I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad that you are
I
here.
enjoyed our last interview.
Yes, I did myself. And it's good to have you here. Obuobia, I mentioned something in your introduction. You're very resilient. When we talk about courage, I don't think you lack any bit of it. Let me ask you. So let's just say there's a national congress or a delegates congress, or let's say ex-president Mahama is about to give a speech. I'll see you do your little things here and there. Of course, you would have to intro it before he comes. Are you ever nervous?
No, I'm not. I walk onto that stage with a lot of confidence. And I don't think about whoever's watching, whoever's thinking what. I just think about what I want people to remember me for on that stage. And that's how I move.
Wow.
So I just move, walk straight to that stage and do it for me before I think about the next person.
So never for a moment are you nervous?
No, I'm not.
Do you think that, can I do this? Am I going to say the right thing?
No, I'm not.
Not at all.
And then if you notice, most of the time I read.
You do.
I am a woman who writes everything down before I put it out. And I don't know if it's because of the journalism background.
Right.
But I don't simply like just getting to a space and just talking.
Right.
So I'm one that you will not call me in the morning and say that so and so. What do you think about it?
You won't talk.
I won't.
Okay.
It's not me.
You want to get your facts
Exactly.
right. You want to
I
read
want to
about
be sure
the
about what
subject.
I'm saying.
Okay.
I do not want to be misquoted. I do not want people to run commentaries about the things I have said, and then I sit in my corner and think that, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. I should have said it like, no.
Right.
I don't like that. I think that where I've gotten to, I just want to be responsible for everything I put out there. So I'm careful about what I put out there.
Have you always been this meticulous
I think
in your planning and plotting?
I think that I have learned the very hard way.
Okay.
And I have come from far. And it didn't just happen. So when I see people who simply think that this is Obuobia and this is how she's always, no. I've struggled.
So tell us the struggle. Tell us the story. Where did it start from? Here in Accra, in Kumasi, where?
It started here.
Okay.
I started at Radio Gold as a receptionist. And everybody thought that that is where I was going to end up.
End up, right?
By the time they realized I was presenting the morning show, the Go Power Drive at that time was one of the most listened to radio
I remember
programs.
Radio
Yes.
Gold, 90.5.
Yes, when you had the likes of James Ejenim Boateng, Daryl Ambrosma, Kwame Sefaka and co, who had just gone on. I ended up hosting it. I came in as a receptionist.
And no, so what? So what was the journey? Whilst you were just doing your duties as a receptionist, you were listening?
I was listening.
You were reading?
I was educating myself.
Okay.
So from being a receptionist, I moved on to be a sales executive. So I joined the marketing department.
After how many years?
After about 3 years.
Okay.
Then I moved from there when I started. At that time, Manifold Institution had come, so they had started this short courses in journalism and all that. I tried to take one. And then that's when I moved to the newsroom. I started the news. Then I became a presidential correspondent, followed Professor Atta Mills everywhere he went through this country. By the time I realized I was presenting the morning show. Wow. And I used to be James's producer.
Okay.
So I produced him, so I understand the
production
so
bit of it. So you've learnt the
so
ropes, you know exactly how.
Exactly. So one day Sweeney couldn't come, his dad had passed, they needed somebody to sit in. I sat in for him. The first day was a bit...
You were nervous a little bit.
Exactly, but
you were
at the
not
end
too
of
sure.
the day, it didn't take too much time. I just
Wow.
stepped
So
into
that's
the
how you
show.
stayed on the morning show at Radio Gold.
Gold.
Just replacing
That's
Honorable
all,
Sweeney.
because I used to produce him. I was his producer. So that's it. So at the
Wow.
end of the day, I think that I went through the mill. I didn't just get up and then go onto the morning show. I went through the mill, especially for Radio Gold. And every time I tell you that when the story of Obuobia is being told, Radio Gold is where I started from. And I'm grateful for the kind of training that I went through at Radio Gold, especially under, may his soul rest in peace,
Yes.
Bafubone.
Yes, Bafubone.
It was a very good environment. And we were family. We were not colleagues, we were family. This is when we finished production, presenters, whatever, we eat our wachi on the bonnet, drink our otake, KOD and co-ofake, and then we were like one big family. So it was a good learning curve for me.
Congratulations on all that you have achieved. So then I'm sure that's where TV Africa came in. So from Radio Gold?
From Radio Gold, Professor Mills became president.
Yes.
I still was a presidential correspondent for a while.
Okay.
Then, in his demise, John Mahama came in, and then I was appointed the deputy CEO for the Ghana Free Zones Board. So I was deputy chief executive. I did that. And then before that, you know that I had contested Weja Bawe.
2012, 2016.
Exactly.
Yes.
So after that, I went to the Free Zones Board to work from 2015.
Okay.
Then in 2016, I went back to Weja to contest again. And then I lost. And then I thought that it wasn't for me.
Okay. Before we even get into the elections that didn't quite work out well for you, when you're leaving Radio Gold, was it difficult?
It was.
What did you tell your bosses before you left?
I think that everybody at Radio Gold was my cheerleader when I took the decision to go and contest for parliamentary elections.
Yeah.
So I was working, so took a break and then continued the campaign and then went through elections. So I was still a staff of Radio Gold. And that's why when I lost the elections, I came back to work.
Back. You didn't resign.
No, I
didn't
didn't resign. Yeah.
You just embarked on a journey. If it worked out,
that's
then yes.
it.
If it
and
didn't,
I came back to work. So there was not like trying to come back after you lost some. No, I didn't leave. So that's when I came back. I came back, and then in 2015, John Mahama appointed me deputy chief executive. So Radio Gold
paved the way, if we can put it that way. Now, before we even get to your appointment in 2019, so 2012, you tried once, Wejagbawe, it didn't work out. 2016, it still didn't work out. Have you been able to deduce why?
I just simply think, and I think that I've been able to understand that God simply didn't want to box me into one corner. I was an all-rounder and I didn't need to stay in one corner. I was just going to stay in one constituency and be their MP. I could be MP for the whole country.
I know. they say man proposes, but of course God disposes.
Exactly.
And I'm sure when you were making those plans, he was laughing at you. That, my darling,
what are you up to?
I've got a national assignment for you, not just Wejagbawe.
Yes. So one day I went for an interview and somebody says, "Oh, but you lost Wejagbawe." I said, "I didn't lose. They lost me."
They lost
me because the work I was going to do there, I'm sure that everybody who knows will know that I would have died for those people. There's nothing I wouldn't have done for the people of Wejagbawe. I was always walking from one office to the other, and the NDC was in power at that time. I was looking for street lights, I was looking for police, everything had to go to Wejagbawe. My streets, everything. So I just simply thought that maybe I needed a breather. I didn't have to go and kill myself.
Wow. But you've always been a philanthropist, just like you're describing the things that you were doing for them. And you're passionate about women. And you did that for the women of Wejagbawe. Tell us, how were those years? What were you able to do for them?
That's one thing that I'm happy about. And it makes me not regret taking that decision to go and contest in that constituency. There are many women there that up till now still remember me. And sometimes I listen to these stories and I'm like, wow, I don't even remember.
You don't remember? Yeah.
But many of them remember. Some of them had to start their small businesses because of something that we had organized for them. We're giving these petty loans and stuff like that. 500 Ghana CDs. People had set up very little things that were helping them and their family. So it's something that came to them at the time that they needed it. So they still remember who did it for them. Between you and I, if I step into Wejabawe today because there's a program or there's something, you should see how they welcome me. So it's something that I never regret. I simply think that I did it at that time because I really had them at heart. And if I had the opportunity, I'm not going to contest as an MP there again, but I would have gone there every now and then to help the women and especially the children there. And you remember I used to run the Obuobia Foundation.
Yes, Obuobia
Foundation, and that's what we used to do a lot more of the work. And many people these days have graduated from university, some have gone into the police and they still remember me. One of the days I was in traffic, there was this police guy who simply wanted to stop me there. So I was wondering that everybody's going, why
are you stopping
me?
me?
He came and said, Mishedana Mijina, when I had to call police.
You didn't even remember?
Around the Awoshi traffic light.
You didn't even remember?
I was overwhelmed.
Wow.
And I simply think that those little comments and little things that people benefited from me at that time.
It keeps you going,
it makes me stronger and it makes me want to do more.
Obuobia, you're very passionate about people. You're a people person. You always want to see people win, women win, and then the youth as well. And I want to believe that's what birthed Ignite, which is a youth empowerment movement that you have going on. When did it start? What have you been able to do with Ignite?
Ignite started in August. I think that we should be celebrating our first anniversary, and it's been overwhelming. So it started with the International Women's Day for last year.
I saw the speakers you had for last year. Nana Mama Brown was one of them.
She was.
I can't quite remember the rest of them, but when I saw the speakers, I was like, Obuobia means business.
And that was our third edition. What we are doing, I think that we're changing that narrative. I told people that, listen, growing up, if I had the kind of mentorship that young ladies of these days are getting, I'm sure I would have been a better person than I am now.
Even better than
I'm
this.
I'm telling you.
When I look at you, I see, I'm like, perfection. When I look at you, I'm like, this is a woman who's arrived.
No, not yet.
You're kidding?
I simply think that these young ladies, what they're benefiting from us, if we have that opportunity,
you would have been way
you can simply not find us, not even our tails. So I think that is something that we're giving back to society, and I'm happy about what we have done. Right. So we started with 5 of them. I had an International Women's Day program with them. And then I was thinking that these girls are fantastic. Why not bring them together? Because all of them said, oh, we wanted you to be our mentor with that. So after the program, we spoke, and then we decided that, listen, we're going to bring a small group of ladies together. I will mentor you. We'll do things together, and let's see how it goes. And that's how it went. And we started from 5, and then we ended up around 56. Wow. Yes. And then at 56, we decided that, okay, so what we're going to do is that we are not just going to do only mentoring. Okay. We're going to also read, because leaders read. And leaders are what they read. Yes. So what we decided to do was get a WhatsApp platform, put everybody on there. Every month we had one book on mentorship, leadership, life, biographies and stuff that we read. When we read, every day we read one chapter. So what we do is that at 7 p.m. every single day, that chapter that everybody read, we come onto that page at 7, we discuss it. Right. What was your take home on it? What did you take out of it? What have you learned out of it? So that's how the discussion started. By the time we realized we had 231 girls.
What? From 56?
Yes.
Wow.
So we decided that, okay, instead of just keeping it to ourselves, let's open our spaces. Every 3 months, we're going to go into one tertiary institution in one region. Okay. So we started with speaking with clarity. Because we realized that a lot of the young ladies, what they needed was confidence. They needed to build their confidence and be able to speak with clarity. So we did that in Legon. We got the law auditorium. We filled it to capacity and it overflew. Wow. So we brought Joyce, we brought Nanaba, we brought a lecturer from GIJ, Ike Tano. And then we realized that, no, we have to go around. Yeah. And then after that, we had more people. We couldn't add them onto the page because clearly we had to protect what we had for the meantime. So we kept them and then started interacting with them out of the page, but we still kept these 231 that we read every evening. We come discussing, and then between last year August and this year August, we have read 12 books.
Ooh.
And these girls are able to tell you which chapters that they took, which chapters motivated them, which chapters that they simply are running with it. So maybe I should send you some of the videos.
You should.
Amazing. When they come to the review sessions, they speak, they talk about it.
And like you can tell the difference from whence they came.
And all of them will tell you. There are many of them who were like me. I used to read. After a while, I stopped completely. But because of them, I read now. So sometimes I write on my Facebook, I say, I went to mentor them, but now they are mentoring me. You're
getting mentored.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's not just it. What we do also is that I do a one-on-one consultations, that many of them have issues. Some of them parenting, some of them school, courses, whatever. So I open up my space on certain days and I say that, listen, come. Let's talk. So they book appointments and they come. Wow. Cookie, you should hear some of the stories. And I'm thinking that, okay, so if it wasn't that they were speaking to me or talking to me, who would they have been talking to?
And what would they have been telling these girls?
And Cookie, things are happening. Things are happening.
I have goosebumps.
Yes.
You're kidding.
I say sometimes we sit on that carpet, we cry together, we laugh together, and we walk off, and I feel lighter. And I'm telling you, Cookie, if each one of us can take a certain portion of these girls and help them, just listen their stories.
It will wow you.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
I bless God for what you're doing.
I'm just happy that at the end of the day, those I can help, I'm able to help. Amen. I pray that the Lord will give me the strength and many people like you the strength. So you can also reach out to some of these young ladies. We need to do it. It's something that at the end of the day, if we don't do it, nobody will do it for them.
Nobody will. Nobody will.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you for all that you're doing. I'm super, super, super grateful for all that you're doing for these kids. Invite me for the next one.
I'm going to
I would have to be
there. We have some meetings we have monthly.
Okay.
It's called the Under Tree meetings. Okay. So basically it's an idea like the fireside. Right. But this one we do it under a tree. Okay. So that's when we come, we discuss the book that's in review, and then when we are done, we pick particular issues, and then we discuss, and then people tell their stories of how they've been able to overcome maybe stage fright, been able to overcome some bullies, been able to tell their parents in the face that I'm not getting married, I'm going to school, and it's not time for me to get. So you can come, let's engage them under that level, and I'm sure that from there you understand exactly what we do there. And it's really touching. Most of the times when after some of these meetings, I go home and I sleep soundly. Wow. Yes.
It's therapy for you as well.
And there's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it gives you a lot of joy doing it.
Obuobia, do you get tired? Is there a time that you wake up and you're like, no, I can't do this anymore, enough. I'm not doing nothing of this sort anymore?
No.
Never?
No.
Nothing tears you down? No. Not what people say about you. People say you are Mahama's baby, ex-president Mahama's baby. But I just said Mahama's baby because that's how people call you. You are his sweetheart. I mean, literally, you are his briefcase. I would have said handbag, but he's a man, so his briefcase. Is that true? How did you become his sweetheart? And was it really your work that got you appointed as Deputy National Communications Director, or just your relationship with him?
So for the lack of knowledge, my people perish.
They perish.
And they are perishing. And I'm flourishing.
Boss, I like it. Tell me the story.
Everybody who knows me and has come close to me knows that Lordina Mama was my classmate when I went to Flair.
Say what?
Yes.
That was your mate?
Yes.
Wow.
After secondary school, national service and everything, my mother, because she was a big-time baker, she used to bake like large-scale bread. She thought that I had to be a caterer so I could step into her shoes.
Your mother.
So she took me to Flair Catering School.
Okay.
And that's where I met Lordina Mahama. And that's how she became my mother, she became my big sister, and she became my everything. Wow. Because she just saw this tiny girl who had come to school, and she simply thought, you understand me? And this is how far we go. At that time, former President Mahama worked at Japan Embassy. Japan Embassy is like 3-4 minutes walk from Flair.
Okay, so it was just very close.
Mr. Mahama has been like my father.
It's connected.
Because of his wife, Lordina. And that bond is still there. So if you wake up and you're thinking that Mahama's baby, Mahama's briefcase, no, maybe Lordina's briefcase.
Yeah, Lordina.
Yeah, sure.
More like Lordina and not even
And that woman
Mahama
has made a lot of impact so far as my life is concerned. And I celebrate her every single day. So I do not care what anybody says about me. And Cookie, they just didn't start. They started from Professor Mills's time. What didn't they say?
The murmuring and the talking has been there.
So I'm not listening. Can somebody tell them? I'm not listening.
She's not listening.
I listen, I pray. I find my battles on my knees. And if you don't see me talking, it's because I'm talking to God. Right. And he's the only person I can trust. And he's the only person I know that he would deliver. So every now and then I go on my knees and I tell him that he should take control. Anytime that I'm overwhelmed, I go on my knees and I tell God, listen, Jesus, take the wheel. Amen. This is not my fight. It's yours. And between you and I, 46 years of my life, the Lord has been in charge totally. Amen. As and when everybody thought that this is the end of me, I'm not coming back. I come back stronger. Wow. So I come back to lead the pack. Wow. So I'm just saying that if at any point in time you have been misled or you have said a bad word against me, watch my life and know that whatever you said did not bring me down. What it did is made me bigger. So are you going to continue talking or you're going to help me to do what I do? Right. Edge me on.
Or learn from me.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't listen to what detractors say. I simply don't care. And if you have any bad word against me, it goes back to you. I'm not interested. What I'm interested in is what the Lord has for me, his plan for my life and where he's taking me. And I'm following that line and I'm going and I'm happy with the woman I have become. Amen. It didn't start today and it's not going to end. So at the end of the day, I just want people to know that don't let what you have to be in future. Don't allow people to deter you. Don't allow them to throw words at you. Don't allow them to simply talk down on you because they have no control over your life. The only person who has control over your life is your Father up there or the Allah that you worship. Look up to him and I'm telling you, nothing will change that.
In my description of you, I think I used the right word, resilient.
Exactly.
I've never seen any woman more resilient than you, Obuobia. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
I'm super inspired. I am uplifted. It's amazing. I wish this conversation would not end. But like you hinted in the beginning, you'll be coming again and again. There's so much to tap from you.
So that at the end of the day, we can be talking about specific issues.
But tell me, Deputy National Communications Director is the office you occupy now for the NDC. You want to go higher?
Of course. Everybody wants to go high in politics.
So what do you want? What do you want? What's the next level from here?
I'm a politician. Okay. Anything thrown at me, I'll catch it, I'll run with it. Okay. I'm deputy now. Anything that the party decides, because the party is going for to announce their appointments very soon, in a week or two. Whatever it is that they pick up and say, this is yours, I'll run with it.
Take it.
So I simply think that my work speaks for me. Everybody saw me on the street when I did the street campaign with the ladies in 2020. Nobody said anything. That was my work. Right. So at the end of the day, my work will speak for me. Yeah. Everybody knows that when it comes to organization, and OB is part of it, it works. And that's me. You can't take it away from me. So if the party finds me and says that, listen, we want you to do this, I'm not going to say no because I'm afraid of what the next person will say, or think that because I have warmed the bed of A, B, C, D, or G, it doesn't get to me at all. Whatever I'm given, I will take it, I'll run with it, and you will see the difference. Because I work, and I know that my work speaks for me.
Wow. A working woman, a praying woman, a resilient woman who can find anywhere. That's very rare, but you embody all of it.
Thank you.
So I'm not done with you yet. We want to get into your lifestyle, what it is that you eat, what exercises you do, how many times in a week, and everything else that you embody as OB. So let's head to the activity corner. The father's chair is yours. I'll sit on, yes, I'll sit on this one right here. We've been talking to the bold, the beautiful, the intelligent. She's black. She's a woman. She's a politician. She's a philanthropist. She's a game changer. I want to continue this conversation, but right after this break. This is today's week. Welcome back. You're still watching Today's Woman on your TV screens with me, Cookie, and of course, with the one and only resilient, bold, black, and beautiful Obuobia Darko-Opoku. Tell you what, appellation is Dorsal Papa. Yeah. No, but it defines you. I mean, all these things that I've said, it's you personified, in all honesty. Now, let's get into your lifestyle. On the table, I can see some fruits. I see a blender, so I have an idea. We're about to make a smoothie. But take us into it. What do you eat, Obuobia?
Ordinarily, I'm a kenke person.
Okay.
So I can eat kenke 3 times a day.
What's
Just change the stew.
Oh, you don't like it with pepper?
I like it. I can start with the pepper, nam, or whatever.
Okay.
In the afternoon, I can eat it with stew.
Okay.
In the evening, you can mash it.
Do you know how to make it?
Oh, pepper. Oh. And I'm a good cook. I told you that I went to Flair. Yes.
Oh.
So
you can do that flat and
yes,
everything and cook the kenke yourself.
At the end of the day, right.
Matthias here.
So I'm not a rice person.
Okay. Oh, you don't
Once
like rice?
in a while, I'll eat it, but it's like when you're eating fufu and you think I'm coming, I'm going to join you, so you're running away.
You don't
no,
like fufu?
I'm not. I will eat fufu, but I'm not a fufu person.
Okay.
So once a while, when it's there, I'll take it, but I'm not yearning for fufu. I will not wake up and say that, and then me di fufu.
Okay.
No,
normally, what time is your first meal of the day?
So what I do is that by 5 a.m., I'm at the gym.
Okay.
If I'm,
you work out?
Yes,
you
1
do?
hour a day.
Okay. Every day?
Yes.
Monday
so Saturday, Sundays, no.
Okay, so 6
Monday
days.
to Friday, yes. So if I'm not walking, sometimes I walk for an hour. If I'm not walking, I'm in the gym. This morning I was in the gym. I get there for 5 a.m. I leave at 6 and then I'm back home.
Okay.
The moment I get home, this is what I drink.
Smoothie. Let's get into it. Which one are we making today?
So we're making this, I call it my mango splash.
Mango
but what
splash.
I do is that I add a lot of greens.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will ordinarily add my spinach, I'll add my avocado and all that. But I will work with what I have here today. Okay. So it's just about getting your blender.
Okay.
So I would have washed my hands by the time I get to the kitchen.
Right.
And then
so there's pineapple,
there's pineapple, there's mango, there's banana, there's my spinach.
Spinach, yes.
And then there's my
lemon as well,
yes.
lime or lemon. Or there's some ginger as well.
Ginger as well. So a bit of your spinach here.
Okay. What milk is this?
Almond.
Almond milk.
Yes.
Okay. So you don't use evaporated milk or skimmed?
Everything
or
about me, even for my cereals, is almond milk.
Okay.
I think it's healthy.
Okay.
And then a bit of my mango.
Okay.
As for the banana, I try to put in quite a lot.
Oh, you like banana?
I like
okay, it gives a lot of energy too. Right after your workout, banana is good to replenish the energy. Yes, it is.
Because the mango is sweet, and then the pineapple most of the time is also very sweet.
Yeah.
I try to just use a bit of it, not too much.
Okay.
And then
You're going to squeeze that.
Yes. Okay. Normally we use the big ones. Okay. And then you get a touch of that one.
Make do with
it. Sure.
Okay.
A touch of it, not too much. Thank you.
Okay.
And then a drop
Ginger.
of your ginger.
Okay.
As many times as possible. Never forget your ginger.
Okay.
And then sometimes there are many people who get heartburns when they use
Ginger.
Ginger. So it depends on how you react to ginger. You're good to go. So the moment you have everything together, you just pour your
Almond milk.
almond milk.
A good amount of it.
A good
right?
amount of it.
Okay.
And sometimes what I do is that what I blend, I keep the rest for during the day.
Oh.
So I have my 2-liter
container
that I carry with me.
Okay.
And then
there. Okay. The first button, the red one. The red one. The first one. Yes. This red one.
When you add the pear,
Right.
it becomes a lot more green.
Yeah,
And
because
then
of the
I just
color of the
need it
pear.
to be a bit more. So
Okay.
let's add a little.
But I'm sure if you were home, you'd have added some ice, no?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Okay.
Then
All right.
we're good to go.
Okay. What do you call it again? Mango splash?
Mango splash.
Yeah, mango splash.
Everybody in my house has to learn how to drink it because they're always fighting over it with me.
You are kidding. There's a fight
My
when it's
kids.
ready. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
All right. This amount is good.
and your cheers.
Cheers to everything that you're living for. All the goodness that has to come to you.
Amen.
For what you're aspiring to be.
Amen.
I pray it comes to pass in Jesus' mighty name.
And to you too.
Amen.
I celebrate you today.
Thank you.
I think that
Thank
you've
you.
done very well for yourself.
Thank
I
you.
like what I'm seeing.
Thank you.
And I know it's just the beginning.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay.
The spinach did the
Yes,
magic.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't taste really bad,
No,
you know.
at all.
With the other mixtures, it comes out really, really good.
very
It's not
good.
hard to
No,
drink.
it's not hard to drink. And then it's healthy. Just try to use almond milk. That's a bit.
Almond milk.
Yeah,
No
that's
other milk,
healthy.
but almond milk.
Yeah, almond milk is better.
Okay. This has been good.
Thank
Obuobia, so tell me, for all the young ones out there, TikToking their breasts and their backsides all the time in front of the camera, everyone is going crazy. It looks like society is just losing it when it comes to morals. What would you say?
I think that you're wasting your life.
Okay.
And then I've been doing a lot of sessions with I call them the Gen Z.
Gen Z, that's how they are called, yeah.
They're on the fast lane. And they are moving very fast. When a car moves fast, it crashes. So when you start like that, you should be careful about how you're ending. If I have an iPhone and you don't have it, you don't have to rush.
Okay.
Because maybe how I got mine, you will not survive doing that to get it.
Yeah.
If I wake up in the morning and you have come to park a Range Rover here, let me celebrate you, Cookie. Beautiful car. When I grow up, I'll
You
buy
buy
one.
some, yeah.
Not because Cookie has come to park a Range Rover. The next day, I'm looking for which rich man or which big man or which whoever can get me that Range Rover. No.
Yeah.
You end up doing things that in your own quiet time, when you sit, you regret. You are not happy about it. Life is not a race. We are not about judging who was first, who was second, who was third. Go according to your own pace. By all means, we will all win. But we do not simply have to be like somebody to win. We are unique in our own ways. I have survived with politics. I have survived with women empowerment. It doesn't mean that Cookie will survive.
The same way.
Exactly.
Right.
Cookie is fantastic when she's in front of the camera. It doesn't mean that I will be good when I'm in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Can we begin to understand that we are unique in our own ways? So let's find what works for us and then concentrate on that. And I think that many people are looking up to all these celebrities, all these highfalutin girls, and thinking that because this one has that bangle, that person is always traveling, and they are always at the airport, they are sitting, whatever, boat cruise, whatever. Listen, when your time comes, yours will be better than theirs.
Amen.
Don't rush. Just take your time.
Amen.
Many people simply think that they are in competition with the next person. No. Be in competition with yourself. Make sure that every day you wake up, you are better than what you were the previous day. And that is how you win. I'm not looking at anybody's shoes. I'm not thinking that because somebody is standing on 120 mm, so I want to be on. No. If I can afford 75 and I can walk confidently, why not?
That's it.
So I'm just saying, the mere fact that I have a blunt, Cookie has a long hair. We're not wearing the same hair. We are different. And that's what I continuously tell my mentees, that we can all not be the same, but be careful what you wish for, because you can't be like somebody. And I think that that conversation should go very far, because what we are seeing on social media especially is dangerous.
Obuobia, God bless you, first of all. God bless you so much. Whatever you've lost impacting our lives today, I pray that God himself will replenish it for you in a million-fold. Continue with the good work. We are supporting you. We are rooting for you. You're making a change, whether you see it or not, whether you agree or not, you're making a huge change out there. And I pray that many young women will grow old and become like you or even better than you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. For people like you, I will not give up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much. It's good
I'm
to be
super
here.
grateful
Thank
that
you.
you came.
I'm very
Well, I didn't want to end it. I still have my goose pimples, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's get into the world of trendy. Isn't she trendy? I remember you told me you love the color green and then red
it's my
as
favorite
well.
color.
Yeah. So maybe next time you wear green.
Sure.
If we have another conversation.
Yes. Call me soon.
Okay, I will. Let's get into the world of trendy. It's still today's woman. We'll be right back.